My name is Freelan Leffew. I served in the U.S. Army, 1965, 1968. I really wasn't motivated to join, I just got drafted. One thing you don't do is to raise your hand when they ask for volunteers, because if you do, you're gone. I didn't have any idea of what I was getting into when they asked for a Special Forces Green Beret volunteer for communications. When I went into the service, I had a bad attitude, I had a bad temper, and in the military I was about the same until I got into Special Forces. In Special Forces, they always broke you down and broke your spirit and took that temperament out of you. Then they rebuilt your personality to what they thought you ought to be. I was a skinny fella. I weighed 135 pounds. And in order to complete all these courses, you didn't only have to be physically tough, but you had to be mentally tough. Most people that's big and strong could not take it mentally. When you went through Green Berets, they qualified you on both of them. Sometimes it was from sleep deprivation, or you still had to make good decisions even though you was tired and wore out and no food, no water. Cat only has 9 lives. I've had 30 or 40 already. Going so far out on a limb that I would not even acknowledge that there was a God, because of the situation I was in, and it was just an everyday life at that time, that you didn't care whether you lived or died, and you just throwed your body out there in case something does happen, or the mission come first, no matter what it was. But during that time and after that time, my faith in God has changed my life and made me look back on that I should have carried Him with me all the time. I have always had a host of angels following me around, watching me. The veterans gave up their time and part of their life to protect their family and to serve our country and to keep our country safe and keep the war in some other field or some other country other than let it come to home. When you ask a veteran, or when you see one, especially if he's a Vietnam veteran, that you always say, "Welcome home," because they were not welcomed at home. When you say that to them, you need to always listen to their story, because most of them are always willing to tell you their story or tell you a story about their life in the military. I ran across this prayer. It had an unknown author, and the prayer says, "Dear God, I want to thank you for helping me get through another day. Thank you for the morning. It gets harder and harder. Please watch my back, God. And if anything should happen to me, please take my soul. Amen."